Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of After Hours Gaming Action. I am your host, KingNothing.
And I'm Ether, and we got a lot of great games for you today. We got Google against IBM.
That is
two
correct.
Top tech companies battling it out.
I mean, IBM coming off of a second place finish in Season 2.
Absolutely.
So they really are up there, even in terms of this league.
And Google, home of the Uber nerds. Let's see if they can get out of this one.
Exactly.
A lot of exciting matches, a lot of different races being played, right?
And so IBM again, noting that they were second place finishers last season, but last week they went down to Microsoft.
Yes, they did.
Full disclosure, we worked there. But so we'll see if they're going to bounce back from this one, come back from that defeat by Microsoft.
Absolutely.
Google coming out swinging too. Yeah. So let's jump into the first game, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. IBM, very strong team. Let's see if they can pull out this one.
All right, so at the top, as the red Terran, we have
IBM, these nuts.
And in the bottom right, on Antigua Shipyard, the blue Terran.
Google, Play-Doh Musk. There we go. Street Fighter voices just for you, as usual. We never fail to deliver on that one. I don't think.
Street Fighter voice is the best.
I know.
I don't know how you can get away without that. And so
it's part of esports culture.
Yeah, we'll start off with the TBT, also part of esports culture.
Yeah, for many months in the GSL, right? All of last year, it was like TBT after TBT after TBT.
So many.
So being a Terran player yourself, like, what do you think is new in Heart of the Storm?
Hey, you know what's new? Cross spawns only on Antigua Shipyard. That is correct.
That's sportsmanship right there.
Yeah.
VD's nuts.
I don't know.
Respect.
I was also asked in my game I played on Antigua this week. I was asked if it was cross spawns only. I waited a little bit and then said yes.
That's awesome. You waited till the scout goes like the wrong way. And
yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's crossbow only.
Yeah, totally, dude.
So he's like a few seconds behind from scouting.
Well, you know, you can wait another 10 seconds, prevent that 2-gate proxy, and your life's a little easier. You're still a good sport, right?
Yeah. Oh, he proxies on the wrong side of the map.
Guess that's possible. Yeah. Turned out to be a Nexus first, so it didn't matter.
Cool.
But we'll see a quick gas here from Play-Doh Mask.
Yeah, build orders diverging a little bit here. Gas first for our blue Terran and no gas for our red Terran.
Until now. So we'll see gas at 15, which is a little bit different.
Well, that's like a standard timing for gas, right? At 15.
13 is actually the most typical for like quick tech, and then 15 is okay after that.
So Play-Doh did something
but 15 delays your orbital.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll see that his is slower.
Well,
never mind. He just didn't even get an orbital.
Yeah.
Play-Doh Mask also delaying the orbital.
Like orbital's not imba enough. Early gas is more imba. So we'll see what happens.
So there we go.
Cool. Reaper opening
being produced, and yeah, that's why.
That's why. Okay, that makes sense.
So he just wanted to get the Reaper out as soon as that first.
Reapers had a nerf in this patch.
Yes, they did.
What do you think about that? I mean,
I think Reapers suck now, but that's just me. They're still good for scouting in TVT like they always have. They're just not going to do damage like they did earlier in the beta.
Oh, and he's gonna lose the SC2. Oh!
VD's nuts, taking a quick lead with the workers killed category. that I found out is only slightly covered by our overlay.
Yeah, that is pretty. Yeah. Losing a scouting SCV, you might not be able to go into to scout the natural again. And the Reaper's not doing anything right now. I wonder if it's because he's trying to get more Reapers. Oh no, he's building just one.
Yep.
Okay.
And there will be a reactor on that barracks.
So
and he'll probably move into Widow Mines as opposed to Hellions.
Do Reapers still see up cliffs?
They do not. That was also nerfed out. So their damage was taken down to 4 with no bonus to light.
Right.
And they were moved to vanilla racks, so you don't need a tech lab anymore. You could reactor out Reapers if you wanted to.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see you really wanting to, but you could, and they were made faster. So again, they're very good for scouting. They're good if you can get in, do a little damage, get out, and come back before the medevac stage of the game. But really, I mean, I saw it as a pretty decent nerf.
Okay.
They were really
because
scary in TBT.
Reapers used to be so strong. They kept the Marine count nice and low, maybe snipe off a couple of SCVs. You know,
it was sort of a why aren't you building Reapers situation.
Right.
So here we'll see this Reaper moving in. The
Finally.
depot does spot it.
A 6-minute Reaper move in. I think this is a great time to move in. So he sees absolutely everything. He sees the command center. He sees the factory.
Yep, as you can see, he's seen all of that tech. So he knows exactly what's going on in VD's nut space. And we'll see Plato Mask moving out with a couple of Widow Mines.
I like this move. Widow Mines zone out armies so well. So Plato Mask would be able to hopefully contain these nuts.
Oh, and these Widow Mines might get caught. Marines moving in, taking a couple shots. Will they get up the ramp? Oh, and he hides them and burrows right at the top of the ramp. That's actually an awesome move.
Wow, that's awesome.
Almost
great
out all
splitting
the
of the Marines. Did you see that?
That was pretty sick on VD's nuts part.
Yeah, he split off like 2 Marines from the group to reduce that splash damage. Otherwise, he would have lost all of those Marines.
5 hit points. It does take 2 splash damage, like 2 mines worth of splash to kill all those Marines, because it does 40 splash.
Wow.
So that was like really close to just murdering everything VD's nuts had.
So
in
VD's
terms of
nuts,
right then.
Great sportsmanship kind of player, and he missed the little
he missed
add-on
the land
there, and great micro coming out of VD's nuts. I like that player. I like him. I'm rooting for him now.
And we can see
as a caster.
It looks like both expansions getting out there at about the same time. Plato Mask will know right away that that's happening.
Reapers versus Hellions, who wins?
Not going to go well 2-on-2.
Oh, wait.
The Hellions will win.
He could have sniped 1 Hellion. No. The Hellions dancing around.
Looks like...
Wow, great micro from VD's nuts again.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Wow.
His micro is really good so far in this game, and you can see his APM up there is just way higher than
let's look at the economy, because Plato has his command center up a little bit earlier and has been producing SCVs for a little bit more consistently than VD's nuts. So what's the worker count looking like?
So we're looking at 34 to 31.
Okay, just very slight
lead
advantage
for Plato Mask as he gets his first Banshee out.
And Plato Mask is ahead in supply by about 7.
Yep.
So that's pretty good. But
see a small move out here from VD's nuts. Looks like he wants to take the watchtower, maybe check out the center of the map just a little bit. And so all in all, tons of Hellions. I wonder if we'll see... So there's a drop that you can do with Hellbats that is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Because Hellbats are biological. And medevacs heal biological units. So, we'll see an engagement here in the center. It looks like VD's nuts will be forced to move away and lose control of that watchtower.
So
meanwhile, this Banshee is just rocking it in the main. Has 5 kills.
Wow.
And there's just nothing to defend. It's all Hellions for VD's nuts.
And no turrets. And wow, this is looking really good for
IBM.
Plato. Yeah, for
Google. Google is in the blue today.
Yeah. So this is looking really good for Plato Mask for the Google player.
Yeah.
So far, look at that.
Wow.
Lots of mining time being lost here.
Ooh, and we'll see him throw down a turret right under that Banshee. The Banshee refuses to run away. But he has cloaks, so, why not?
Cloaked away. Well,
okay, wait. Why not?
So,
answer, Raven. That's why not, because the Raven can see you when you cloak.
But the turret barely took out that Banshee, though. If the Banshee kept hitting the turret, I think the Banshee would have won, and he would have been able to at least hang out for a little bit longer. And
we'll see VD's nuts continue to drop right on top, doing a ton of damage with those Hellbats.
What's our probe count or SCV
And with the healing, they'll just wipe the floor with the Hellions too.
Wow.
This
Great
tank might even
harassment
go
coming
down.
out of Plato Mask right now.
Holy crap.
14 workers killed so far. 15. That's a lot of workers. Constant harassment.
It is. So in the worker count, it's 47 to 30 now. And I mean, VD's nuts really doesn't have a lot to defend anymore, other than maybe this landed Viking.
Wow.
Which
and
will
almost
end up
taking out that tank. And VD's nuts is just so far behind right now.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, he's more than 20. He's about 30 supply behind.
Looks like Plato Mask just 1-8 a whole bunch more units in. Lost one Hellion, but has a bunch more coming in here. Wonder, does he have that medevac somewhere? I don't think so. Oh, the Banshee getting shot by the Viking.
Can't do anything against the Viking. But
so many
that
tanks
doesn't
here.
matter.
Can they close the distance?
Not
yes, they can.
And VD's Nuts moves, or Play-Doh-Mask moves right in. VD's Nuts is not able to hold.
Yeah, and those tanks hardly able to fire because the Hellbats are so close. And it looks like Play-Doh-Mask just has free reign now over the natural. The Viking did chase away the Banshee, and this tank should hold the high ground here. But honestly, this is a big target over here.
All the economic damage that was done so far on VD's
Nuts. So many SCVs.
Brings the total count to 34. This is horrible.
The Hellbats are just wandering away.
Oops, that's the army supply count. But yeah, this is just horrible for an IBM player who did so well in the early game with that micro. Let's see if his awesome micro can pull him out of this one.
There's only so much that micro can save you from a really bad macro situation, and it looks like, oh, never mind. Play-Doh-Mask just gonna move in some more Hellions and
take some more.
Continue attacking.
Tank damage.
Oh, it's not a very good position. VD's not doing everything he can to hold this together, but Play-Doh-Mask continuing to just rally across.
Play-Doh-Mask building his third. Yeah, he's more than 50 supply ahead. I mean, VD's Nuts just has nothing.
Yeah, it's not looking good. 50 to 105.
I mean, just 3 tanks, and well, 2 are.
Oh, he wants to deny mining now.
Yeah. Oh, look at that mule drop to repair, but no.
Nope, the mule is denied.
Yeah.
The tanks come in, and will he even be able to clean up this siege?
No.
Not really.
Yeah, but this is just terrible for our Red Terran player.
Yeah, I mean, so much damage was done to VD's Nuts there. He finally chases away the last of Plato's units, but again, we're looking at 62 to 30 for the workers.
And Play-Doh-Mask floating 1,300 minerals. I guess he was microing really hard. Macro
moving those tanks around, calling down mules to repair.
Yeah, but he's in a great spot. I mean, he's got a ton of bank. He's got a third coming up.
Yeah, and he's just defending it all for all he's worth here.
Right. And VD's Nuts, I mean, he's looking terrible. His economy, he's been mining on... He's got 2 bases, but he's been mining about 1 base at a time up until this point in the game, while Play-Doh-Mask has been mining out of 2 bases, saturated for I think, a better half of this game. So this is
really just not... It's a really bad position for VD's Nuts.
Yeah,
I don't know how
Google player is just pulling more and more ahead, and VD's Nuts is trying to do a little bit of harass just to check out the army, see what he can do. I mean, he has to do something. He's got to harass somehow. He's got to do some kind of economic damage to get back into this game. I mean, he's still 50 supply behind.
The only thing that could save him now, aside from like some miraculous harass, would be for Play-Doh-Mask to just move over into some siege lines or something.
And we have a Raven dropping a ton of turrets here, cleaning up
getting a couple of kills here
of SCVs.
But again, the worker count just really not the same. Not looking terribly even.
That was a good harass. I mean, he traded energy, right? VD's Nuts traded energy for about units. 10. Yeah, for 9 SCV kills. That's good.
Yeah, pretty solid.
He has got to do like 5 more of those.
We do have a question about leagues, and this is A League casting, so this is the top level of AHGL play, and these players are pretty much the top level of reasonably casual StarCraft.
Right.
Almost entirely Masters players in the A League.
These are maybe definitely a couple Masters players. Yeah. Masters are high diamond, I would say. So
that is correct. Nope. Looks like we had some lag issues with the observers in this game. But they're out now. VD's Nuts attempting to take his third. Moving out, he's got that siege position that's really pretty easy to hold out in the middle, unless Play-Doh-Mask maybe goes over in this corner here.
Google, I like what Play-Doh is doing. He's trying to just get more ahead, play it safe. I mean, he's already got such a lead. The last thing he wants to do is blow his lead. And you know, if you move into a line of 10 siege tanks, you might just lose your entire army, and it'd be really hard to come back. So I like what he's doing.
See Play-Doh-Mask moving up. And just tanking all the siege shots. Maybe not the best move in.
This is exactly what we talked about.
Oh, and VD's Nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
almost evens it up there.
Wow. great comeback from VD's that's just hanging on. That Thor is doing so much damage to the Vikings.
Meanwhile, all of this economic damage again being done. Tons of Hellbats in the main, just chasing away every SCV.
Another like 12 SCVs killed in that attack.
Yep, and now he has a great position in here. It looks like VD's Nuts is going to have a really hard time cleaning this up with just Hellions, especially if they're moved in this manner.
He won that battle in the front, which is really important. That's what he needed. But again, all this like economic damage being done by Plato might be a little bit too much.
Yeah,
for VD's Nuts.
Yeah, VD's Nuts really doesn't have enough SCVs to mine on these bases. He's doing a great job of coming back in that game, as evidenced by, that hold right there out in the front.
Yep.
It was a great position. This spot especially good with the way that this cavity in the map sort of zones out even more attacking angles there.
Right. Kind of funnels the army into a tighter spot so the siege can do all that splash damage. Yep. Absolutely. But...
Oh, just watch the chat. We have a couple of live viewers today. Always fun to have live viewers. I enjoy interacting with everybody on the stream.
There was a question about a red raven. Did it run into the turrets? Yes, it did. It dropped the 3 turrets.
It dropped those 3 turrets. It was going to run into turrets.
Yeah, so sacrifice the turrets, or the raven for about 9 SCV.
A couple of SCVs there.
Yeah, 9 SCV kills.
So it looks like Plato Mask will see VD's Nuts taking that commanding central position, which is a really great place to have on this map. Plato moving in, though. Siege is up at the bottom, and they are just barely in siege range of each other.
So much better tank count for VD's Nuts, and much better positioning as well.
Looks like about even, but... As you can see, Plato's tanks are in the back here. They won't be able to fire.
But Plato's got air superiority here, so he's able to see a lot further than VD's Nuts.
Now, this Thor could deny a lot of that, given the splash damage, but he's got his Vikings split up here.
Yeah. Oh, look at,
attempting to drop mules and get some splash damage done to the tanks. Doesn't kill anything.
Have you seen that? Actually, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I've done that before. It doesn't usually work. The tanks have to be really injured, or you have to have a lot of mules for it to work. But the idea is to drop the enemy units right in there so that the tanks will damage each other in killing the mules.
Absolutely, but Plato can totally afford that. He's so ahead in economy right now. He could afford to drop a few mules. But
looks like VD's Nuts trying to move in just a little bit here, but he'll lose that closest tank.
Both players trying to just wrestle for position here. VD's Nuts, for now, having an awesome position here.
And see how he knows he's behind on Vikings, and he can't catch up on Vikings? So he builds a couple of Thors just to chase the Vikings off. They have 10 range. They can shoot really far, and they do the splash damage for when air units clump up. It's really good.
So Plato is at max supply right now. Let's see if he's...
he took out that medevac.
See if he's wanting to do something here. Oh,
it looks like he's trying to transfer SCVs. No, just moving his maneuvering the Vikings around. VD's Nuts cutting off the SCV transfer and denying this base from mining at all.
Right. Great positional game coming out of VD's Nuts right now. He's clawing back into the game. I feel like Plato should have made a bigger play earlier in the game.
Takes out a Thor.
He was 50 supply ahead. Now that supply is going to close, because there it goes, more mules dropping in.
It's definitely evening out and everything.
Right,
and the mules continuing to drop.
You can't build more than 200 supply, so
these tanks are so hurt.
At a certain point in the game, both players will have 200 supply.
VD's Nuts deciding to move in. Plato moving in at the same time, running into that siege line. Vikings landing all over the place, and Plato Mask just has so much stuff.
Wow, what are the upgrades like? He won that battle pretty
it looks like he has 3-1 on the vehicles. Oh, and there's the GG.
Great micro in the early game from VD's Nuts for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't enough.
It was well done by both players. Yeah. Plato Mask just took a really aggressive role in that game.
Yeah.
Got a lot of harassment successfully done.
Did a lot of economic damage.
That Banshee early on, that would fluster me.
Yeah.
If it got 6 kills and denied mining for that much time.
And IBM almost coming back into the game with that really good engagement. But Plato was just he was just really good at doing
overall
a lot
really
of
solid game by
damage.
Plato, and VD's nuts, credit for clawing his way back in, taking that center position on Antigua, which is so hard to break, really, in a TVT.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, he played a great game.
Yeah.
And that puts Google up 1-0. We will take a brief break, and we'll be back with Game 2.
Don't go anywhere.